This is the campsite at Caravan Salon Düsseldorf, but the event ended yesterday. It is still, I think, the largest campsite in the world, but it is not as full as it was. This was packed as always. You can see the vehicles are put very close to each other, but this is I mean, it's not a normal campsite. It is a place where people come to see an event, so you wouldn't expect vehicles to be this close, of course, in normal circumstances. But as you can see, lots of people have now gone home. But I must say that in my experience, this really is quite a lot of vehicles to be still here on the Monday morning. Down here we have what's called the Caravan Centre, so I was really close to that. So the showers are there. Some people have a walk of a kilometre to the showers. I would have only had 150 metres or so, or 200 metres maybe. And then I don't use them. I do use I shower in my van. I know that most people are against showering in the van. I'm not. Down here there's sort of an entertainment area as well, where although they didn't put on things like this Bavarian singing, or if they did, I didn't hear it. And they've got sort of food trucks and the like there also. So there's a great atmosphere here, and this. So the event itself, as you may have seen from videos that I have done, it's lots of motorhome manufacturers, although for obvious reasons motorhome manufacturers now I think have less reason to exhibit their products. The reason for this is that demand far outstrips supply. And to make it worse, people may come here, they see a vehicle they ordered last year, and they want to know why they still haven't got it. Some people understand, but it would seem that others do not. And so there's major problems, but it's not only in such things as the vehicle chassis. Now Fiat has really big problems. Apparently it was a meeting where Fiat were supposed to explain to their customers, and they just got up and walked up. Fiat, just after 15 minutes and getting bombarded with questions, they got up and walked away, apparently. So I'm told. I wasn't there. So this is now some other vehicles. I'll take this one here as an example. I've got a Morello here, Morello Palace. Now there are problems with the deliveries of the Mercedes Atego, for example, but the Iveco base is there aren't problems of any great account from on the Iveco. However, if any of these vehicles here, even if they get the base, there's all sorts of things from other suppliers, including Dometic, Truma, who make up a very large, in fact every vehicle has something from either, say, Dometic, Truma. Thetford doesn't seem to have many problems at the moment, but these companies, they can't get the parts. You know, it could be something really silly. You can't get the flaps to the doors or something like that, and because the flaps to the doors can't be delivered, then the vehicles can't be delivered. And there's people, the dealers, I mean, what position they are in now. They have the same margins to work with as they had before. Before they could actually give them back, but they may only have 20% of the stock, so their income has dropped by 20%. So it's dropped by 80%. Well, not quite. That's not a very fair way of doing it, because they would give discounts before, which they won't do now. So if you're looking to buy a new vehicle, this isn't the time to do it. Second-hand market, there's very little actually available. Anyway, so but wonderful Monday morning in September. And I was thinking, this is 10 years ago today. I was here, in fact it was the 4th of September, this is the 5th of September, but 10 years ago, first Monday, day that the kids go back to school, something I did a number of videos on. I was travelling through, 10 years ago, I travelled through Belgium, along the coast, stopping at all sorts of places. I did videos on the Atlantic Wall, wow, 10 years ago today. And today, after I've made now a tradition, I stay an extra day. And I stay an extra day because I like to recover. Because it's for me, because I'm trying to spend a great deal of time filming. You see a lot of my videos come from here, and therefore this means that I'm really pretty exhausted as a rule, although now I feel as though I could actually continue. Now over here, and that there's a clue liner from Niesmann Bischoff. I don't know how old it is, but I think it must be, well, 25 years plus. Now I was thinking that's just the sort of thing that I ought to own. And I did have a look at one. Actually, I even let her put a deposit down, which I felt I couldn't actually. I tried to drive it, but I couldn't drive it. It was just, I was 2 meters 50 across, and I found it too difficult. There was all sorts of problems with its registration as well, so I had to. So unfortunately, I didn't go through it. All the price was really good, and now I know if I'd bought the thing, I could have actually done it up inside quite successfily. A bit of a pity, really. Anyway, so there it is. That's the sort of thing I think I should own, because it sort of matches my character, something like that. You don't see the weird vehicles that you do it so much though as you do at Abenteuer and Allrad. Having a walk around the campsite there is totally different, and there's some really odd things around. I'll show you as well. Oh, they've got the parking down here as well, the other side of the road, and you can see right down there you've got more vehicles. They're standing on the car park space, and I don't know if they actually open this for other events or not. You're walking around like this though, it's just quite sad to see it. In fact, I think there was more vehicles here when I turned up the day before the event started than there are actually here now. There was a bit of a problem this year. I think I noticed there seemed to be a problem with the showers, because there was a foul smells in a couple of places, not just down there where the water dump is, but there was in other places as well, quite far from it. I don't know if the shower, they got blocked or something. I did notice though that it appeared to me they attempted to actually clean it. Now I have this is eight times I've been here at this event. Slept here 8 times, 80 days plus really, because sometimes I've been even longer on some days, and I have never had cause for complaint, but there is a lot of air traffic, as you can hear right now, and you can see the planes going up. Yeah, we'll get the plane in. All right. And this noise is constant. It starts at 6 o'clock and goes on until 11. However, there were examples when it started earlier. So I'll take my gimbal out the way there. It started earlier, and obviously if a plane has to land, they can't tell them to say, well, it's 20 past 11, you're going to have to stay up in the air until 6 o'clock. But a lot of people do complain there. I think, okay, I mean, I think it's better campsite here is like this rather than have poor people living here. I mean, awful noise like that would really drive anybody up the wall. Having that constantly, we have it for 10 days or something. It's part of the fun of being here. Aha, I think that's a Concorde from the past. Don't look like that any longer. Now, according to the statistics that were given by Messe Dusseldorf, the Dusseldorf Trade Fair, the attendance this year was, it appears to have been the largest, but I treat their figures now with a bit of a pinch of salt after when I was believing everything they said about their event in China, all in caravanning. And then, for example, they would say something like there were 500 attendees, but when it turns out, exhibitors, when it turns out that 300 of them were campsites and there was only one person there serving, that's not quite the same thing. So that's what colleagues of mine, friends of mine, I should say, from China told me. Good. It is a wonderful weather, wonderful day to be out, and okay, sad to leave as always. We have an old Death Lefts from 1991, and behind it the Mercedes RMB from, I suspect, not much younger. Oh, and there's one of the planes we see there, Concorde, on this Death Lefts van. And that gives you a walk around the largest campsite in the world when it is during the fair. The fair, which is now just ended. So I hope you found that of interest there, to see this sort of thing, have a little look around what's happening. And if you did, you might want to subscribe. Now, normally I do videos on motorhomes and campervans, but I also do things on campsites, places I've been to and the like. And so if so, you might want to subscribe. I upload every day at 21:15 Central European time, so that's an hour earlier in the US, or 9 hours earlier in Los Angeles, amongst others. And so this is me in Dusseldorf signing out, and thank you for being here with me. Hey, this dog here is really nice. I like this dog. There you go, there's the dog. And here's my van, and I'm back at my van. The van with the most stickers here.